What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. It's your girl, Shelly Nicole, with the Remedy Podcast. How's everybody's doing? How's everybody's doing? What? How's everybody doing? Hope you guys all had a great weekend. I swear this summer is flying by. We're already at the end of July. The kids down south are going back to school. I think charter school up here is about to start again. The kids just got out. I'm so confused. Free them. They just got out. I don't remember summer ever going by this fast. But then again, I feel like just because, we're adults now, so things just move differently because we're always working and trying to make time for everything, and there is no time for everything. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a good weekend. I forgot what I did Friday. Saturday, I went to my uncle's 70th birthday and was there for like majority of the day. Didn't get home until like super late. And then Sunday, I was just in pain. That time of the month came and she took me out. Not as bad as I thought she would, but she still took me out to the point where I was like waddling around the house. It's so annoying. But yeah, so I stayed in a bed really for the most part on Sunday. And today I tried to do like a little gym workout because I do know that it's best that you work out when you're on your period because it gets rid of the cramps. And the length of how long your period lasts it shortens. I know this just because I've done it before. And then as I got older, I just stopped going to the gym. I swear I always kick myself in the ass every time I stop working out and then go right back into it. It's so annoying. I hate that I do that. But yeah, did a little workout. Wasn't too bad. And then got my nails done. Did my maintenance for my car. And then I had dinner with my girl Erica. She came back from Africa for her birthday, and our birthdays are literally 3 days apart, 2 days apart. So like we're never really around each other. I think we only did one birthday together, and she was out away in another country this year and I stayed here, so we finally linked up for our birthday and just to check in like, hey, how's everything going? So that was good. But nonetheless, today's episode has nothing to do with what I just said. But it has something to do with being when the hunted becomes. I had like a whole different. So basically the whole title is Women Don't Chase, right? But then I also came up with something else when I said the hunted now becomes the hunter. And when the hunter becomes the hunted. Basically talking about women doing the chasing now when it comes to wanting a relationship, getting into a relationship. Why more women are choosing little, and you may not be a part of this, so it's okay if you're not, but some women feeling as if they need to, in order to get what they want, they feel like they now have to chase after the man. And why now has it, I guess within the last 3 to 4 years, it has seemed as though more men want to be chased than doing the pursuing of a woman. So I had like we're gonna like look on both sides of the spectrum, right? We're gonna look on the woman's side as far as like why we choose not to and why we don't want to. And then we're going to look on the men's side as to why men possibly want or now want to be chased. I know I did an episode before based on something like this as far as feeling as if men want a woman to pursue them now in 2025 more than them doing the pursuing. And a lot of men basically said everything that I'm going to say today, but then also some things that I thought about myself. Because I think about these things, I do some research, I ask some questions, and then I get to put things together in my head as to like how I'm gonna put this out there and what kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of men are delulu, and a lot of men don't really think. They don't really think as much as I feel like they need to before they say the things that they say. Some people are just saying these things just to jump on a bandwagon, like, yeah, I want her to chase me too. But then you really don't know what you're talking about, and you really don't even know why you're even saying what you're saying. So, first thing I want to say this, right? And I say this all the time, but I'm gonna get biblical. So here's the biblical part of it. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that a woman is supposed to chase a man. And these are for all of my Christian believers. These are for all the people who talk and go to church or believe in God or believe in the higher power. This is for all of you. Everybody else, if you don't believe in this, which I think you need to. We are in some dark times. I think you need to. Just saying. Hint, hint. Message. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that a woman is supposed to chase a man. You go to Proverbs 18:22. Look on your phone. You can Google it. If you have a Bible, you can go to Proverbs. It's somewhere like not towards the end. It's like some close in the middle-ish. 18:22, it definitely says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. We all have heard that, whether you're a Christian or not. We all have heard that, right? And then by finding a wife, you obtain favor from the Lord. You, as the man, you're supposed to find me. You're supposed to say, you know what? She has all the qualities that I want, so let me make her my wife. You're the one who will date around and see who works best for you. You're the one who knows the qualities that you're looking for. So why are you asking me, the woman, the prey, if you will, to come looking for you to have me? You're asking me to take your last name. I'm not asking you to take mine. So why would I come chasing and finding you to only take your last name? Just like when I see women proposing to their men, I don't care what type of life I am living, who I am with, where I am at, whether it be in this lifetime or the next. You will never see me. And I know everybody says, well, never say never. No, this I will forever say never. You will never see me sitting here saying to any man, will you be my husband? And then I'm supposed to take your last name. That to me doesn't sit right with me. That to me just sounds real desperate, if you will. Not judging for anybody who has or knows someone who has done this, but no. No, can't be me. More Bible. In Genesis 4:16-7, even if no one is out there, just wander around a bit and you'll definitely find someone. So you're not going to find nobody in the house. You're probably not going to find anybody at a party either. But hey, things happen, so you might. You have to put yourself out there. You have to go places. You have to do things. You have to go on Eventbrite, go on Posh, go on all of these different places that show parties, day parties, different social events that you can go to meet someone. And then you have to actually give the person a chance. I always say, like, after the first date, and this is just like me again, trial and error, seeing how things have worked for me, seeing how things haven't worked, that after the first date, right? Or after like just talking on the phone or texting on the phone, if there are certain things that he or she is just not doing for you, stop trying to make it seem like, oh, okay, well that's not that bad. If it's on your non-negotiable, as a man or as a woman, why are you trying to negotiate it? If it's a strict no, I can't deal with this and I'm not okay with how they talk or how they present themselves, or if every time we're speaking he's having a conversation about himself, or he don't say nothing at all, or she just doesn't lack good communication, or all she wants to talk about is, who's dating who in the celebrity world. If whatever it is that doesn't sit right with you, that she has after the first date, maybe even after the second date, then stop trying to compromise it. Stop trying to look for more than what it is you're already seeing. Because then you're going to get into a relationship with this person, and then what's going to happen? You're going to regret it. You're going to kick yourself in the ass and talk about, damn, why would I? How could I? And then, God forbid, you guys end up getting pregnant. That's another thing you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life. More Bible. Don't be so picky. Make up your quality with quantity. I'm going to say that again. Don't be so picky. Make up your quality with quantity. That was in 1 Kings 11, 1-3. We all have a problem doing this. We all have a problem with wanting everything on our, physical attraction list to be checked off. And I guess not even physical attraction, just on the list, period. Again, non-negotiables are non-negotiables. Those are things that you are not compromising for, and you are not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, it's okay. No. If it's you don't want her to have kids, or you don't want him to have kids, then that's a no. If he or she has to have a car and they don't have a car, then that's a no. Whatever it literally is. They have bad communication skills, they're not emotionally intelligent, they don't have a job, whatever it is, that's something that, again, you're not going to negotiate. That's not something that you're going to compromise on. But then when it comes to like the physical attraction, I'm not saying you have to sleep or deal with someone. You have to wake up next to this person. Once you guys decide to get married, and once you guys decide to like build a house and a family and the whole shebang, you're going to have to constantly see this person almost every day, if not every day. So I'm not saying to date someone who's a 0 or who's a 3 or who's a 4, but maybe date someone who's a 6. And they can be a 6 in everybody else's eyes, and they could possibly be a 10 in yours. If you get what I'm saying, give that 6 female a chance. Give that 6 man a chance. Because, yes, all right, he may not have this. Okay, yeah, all right, he doesn't have that. Okay, she may not. All right, cool. But outside of that, she has everything else that you're looking for. I feel like because there is, and I've said this before, there's social media, we feel like we have so many options, that the quantity is so massive, and it is. But the quality within the quantity is not really there. It's like there's only a few that's in there that has almost everything that you're possibly looking for. And majority of the time, you're not going to be able to find them because they're probably on the other side of the world. They're in a whole other country. They may be in a relationship already. You don't know what the 10 that you're looking for, where they are in life. But you have a 6, you have a 7, you have an 8 right in front of you. Or that you know of. That you've met. That you probably just remain cool with and friends with. But they give you everything else probably except for 1 or 2 things that is not even on your non-negotiable list. But because we're so picky, And because we feel like we should just get everything there is that we want, we just have a whole lot of them in our DMs. We have a whole lot of them racked up, one behind each other. And a lot of them they can't even put a sentence together. They can't even articulate themselves correctly. Be for real. Okay, the last Bible that I'm going to give you. Oh, wait, no, that was the last Bible I was going to give you. But there is more in there. When it comes to men finding themselves a woman, to finding themselves a wife, there's more. But those are just the 3 that I found that I feel like a lot of men need to reiterate to themselves in order to understand that we are not living in a world that, I mean, we are living in a world where men feel like, some men feel like they are the prize. And I feel like that's what's causing a lot of possibly great relationships to come together, but they just won't, because you have this stigma of, well, if she's not going to come to me, then I'm not going to go get her. And if she really wanted me, then she would tell me that she wanted me, type of mentality. But when I had this episode up before, I think it was like last year, I think I put this episode up, I was listening to what you as gentlemen were saying. I don't ignore you. I listen. And I also thought, just from the perspective of just seeing it from a man's perspective, seeing why some men, regardless if they want to be honest with themselves or not, I'll bring out the honesty in you that why men truly want to be chased now, and where is this all coming from? And you know me, I go deep. I dig deep. But then also understanding it as a woman, because I'm a woman first, obviously, why a lot of women just will not do that. And as a man, you gentlemen need to understand why it will probably never happen, and if not, will rarely ever happen, because a lot of women stand on these qualities about themselves, stand on these type of views about themselves, and I think it's just something that we both as men and female, male and female, can come to terms of understanding. But ultimately, I'm going to give my conclusion at the end. So the kind of analogy that I kind of used was like a wrestling match, or a boxing match. So the first round up was like how men view it and then how women view it. So the first round is this, right? Men wanting to be validated and to boost their ego, and women feeling self-worth and standards are much more important than giving into a man's ego and boosting their ego. So I think we can come to the agreement, right, that everybody wants to be validated. Everybody wants to feel like they are loved, that they're wanted, that their person is really into them. For men, I feel like, and this again goes based off of questions that I've asked men that I know, and which honestly I tried to get like 2 of my guy friends to come on, and they said they didn't want to because they didn't want the girls to come at them. But they did give me some things to speak on, and hopefully they'll be on the live on Thursday, so that way they can really voice their opinions, because I don't understand how y'all are being so shy. I'm giving y'all the opportunity to speak your piece. But nonetheless, this is what they said, that it makes them feel desired, attractive, and important. That when a woman comes and shows them that they want them, it makes them want the woman more. I kind of call bullshit on that, but whatever. This is their reality, not mine. They said that men are usually the ones initiating everything. So having someone else want them makes them feel wanted. So just basically, like I said, And again, I can understand that everybody wants to be validated. Everybody wants to be wanted. Everybody wants someone to want them and to show it, not just say it with the words, but in their actions. Now, for women, it's a self-worth and our standards. If we feel like we're chasing you, if we feel like we're running after you, a lot of it is going to talk down on who we are as a woman. That we feel desperate, that we need you, in a sense of, I can't do life without you, and oh my God, what will I do if I don't have you? It comes to us in that way, that we put you in the center of our life and we make you the focal point. And for most of us, our self-worth is worth more than chasing after a man who may or may not want us. If I chase a guy, right, 9 times out of 10, a man will probably take me for granted. And then I will then feel devalued as a woman and what I bring to the table. And this whole concept of what I bring, what you bring, what we bring to the table thing, right? As women, we multiply. Whatever it is you bring to the table, whatever table you bring to us, which the table should consist of not just providing financially, but what you can give us emotionally, what you can give us for our mental, what can you do for our safety, to protect us, what can you do to lead us and lead our family, our potential family? Where are we going? How is this going to make my life better? How are you going to show me that, yes, to make another child, I need you, yes, but also how can you being in my life multiply my life, and how can I then multiply your life in return? A woman's going to do it regardless. If you got a woman that has her head on straight, she's going to do it regardless. She's going to uplift you. She's going to push you. She's going to show you. She's going to motivate you. So it's not about what I can bring to the table. Because I've heard men say that too. Oh, well, what can you bring to the table? Well, I am the damn table. What are you talking about? Whatever you bring, I'm going to make it 10 times better. So if I have to chase after you, it feels as if I'm coming to chase after a table that I'm not sure is going to be able to lead me in the right direction. I'm not sure if you're going to even take, or if you're going to take for granted what it is that I'm bringing to you. As a woman who can give, as a woman who can multiply not only your income, but help you when you're feeling down, help you when you're at odds with yourself, when you're at odds with the world, give you that emotional support, tell you and push you and motivate you that everything is going to be okay. Take care of the household, help out with the kids, to do things that as women we naturally just do. But if I have to sit here and chase you, I will then feel like, and it may not be initially, but it will happen over time where my self-worth will then feel like, you know what? I'm doing too much for someone who probably would have never, and be for real, gentlemen, would have never done this for me. So in the next match, we are looking at men feeling testing interests, and women fearing rejection and looking like they are a thirst bucket. So one of the guys that I had asked this question to, he had said that I really want to see if she's really into me for me. I want to see if she really wants me for who I am, or is she just playing me just to get what she wants out of me? Now, if we're being honest, men and women both do this. where they play games with each other, where they make it seem like they really want something and they really don't, where they normally just want something financially, take care of me, to do, so that way I feel wanted, or that I could just get whatever I want out of you, not even feeling wanted, but just to use them, just being used. That's not normally a female or mostly male thing. But for men nowadays, their thought process is, I want to know if you want me just for me, because there's so many women out here that just want a man just solely for his money. Now, again, I did say that it is a men do it, women do it. But you do see more women coming to men very boldly, may I ask, or may I say, that I just want you to take care of me, or will only talk to a man if he has certain things lined up. And again, there may be certain things that are non-negotiable, because I'm clearing what I say before somebody says, but you just said, listen to what I'm saying. There may be things on your non-negotiables. Like, for instance, he has to have a job, he has to have a car, he has to have an apartment. Let's just say that, because now we're in different stages of our life. And to some women, this may not mean anything, and to some women, it may. So again, it just depends on who you are. But let's say that is on your list, right? I need him to have a house. I need him to have a car. I need him to have a job. There are women who will sit here and say that he needs to have all three, but only has one of the three things that you're asking for a man to have. Oh, but he's the provider, right? He's the provider, but why aren't you able to get it? Why can't you also take care and hold on to your own responsibilities, or want that for yourself prior to having a man, right? So, or a woman who will sit here and say, when it comes back to the interest part, I need him to have a car. Well, he does have a car, but he doesn't have the car that I want to be driven in. Excuse me? So he can have a Honda, but the Honda won't be enough. He has to have a Bentley. He has to have a Mercedes. He has to have a BMW. That's how you then feel like, yeah, my man has it. How do you know he has it? Do you know how he got it? Do you know, like, if it is even his? Maybe he's borrowing it. You don't know. How do you know he got that the right way, if you want to say that? How do you know that's not a stolen car that has not been reported and now it's his and he's using it and driving it around like it's nobody's business? And it will be the same females that will say stuff like that, but you don't even have a car. Or he has to have a BMW, he has to have a Range Rover, he has to have all these exotic higher end cars, and you're driving a Nissan, but you don't want your man to have a Nissan. Why not? He has a car. What's the problem? There's this is it on TikTok? No, it's on Instagram that I follow, where they basically show gold diggers, and they're in Houston, where they go around. You probably have seen this. They, act like they're on the sidewalk, just chilling or whatever, and they go up to some women, and one of them hops out of a regular car. I think he had like a Mini Coupe. Somebody else had like a Nissan Altima or something like that, I think, and would try to talk to the female as she's walking down the street. And the moment he tries to talk to her, majority of the women that they try to talk to, instantly, no, I'm okay. No, I'm good. No, I'm not feeling it. I think one of them had a Scat Pack, the Dodge Charger. And they were saying, no, I'm good. I don't want to talk. No, I'm fine. I have a man. Some would say they have a man. Some would say they don't. Some would just say, nah, I'm not feeling you. Whatever. So he would try for like, maybe a minute, less than a minute. I think it's 2 of them or 3 of them that do it. And then the moment they say, okay, you know what, no problem, have a good day, and they both walk off, he gets into Now his Lamborghini, they have either Lamborghini, I don't know what the name of that, the nice one is. I don't know what the name of that one is, but he got the Lambo truck. They had, I think, one was a Corvette, and then I think another one was, I don't remember the other car, but basically hopped into like big foreign cars. And then you turn the camera, the other person who's, watching this, the other camera pans to the woman and sees them running after, trying to talk to him before he drives off. And he made it very simple. What do you want? You didn't want to talk to me when I hopped out of that car. You didn't want to talk to me when I was just walking down the street. They had on nice drips, so I don't know how that didn't give it away, but whatever. They basically said, well, you didn't want me when you saw me looking like this, or you saw me hopping out of the car when I was just talking to you regular, but now you see what kind of car I drive. Now all of a sudden you want to talk to me. The other one was a G-Wagon. That was the other car. Now all of a sudden you want to talk to me. So basically showing how much of, if it isn't this lifestyle that, again, social media has projected and has made it seem like this is the only way you're making it in life. If you sit here and have this and that and this by a certain age, that's the only way that I want to deal with you. And for a lot of men, the pressure of feeling like they have to have it all by a certain age makes them want to see if you are going to rock with them when they don't have everything together. But they have their interest is in you, and they all have a plan to get somewhere. And again, this is not everybody, but this is just for the few of them who may have, out of the three things, like I just made, those three things as the option, or those three things as an example. If they have two of the three, they may have one of the three. They may be working on the other two. They may not have any of the three, but working on all of them. They want to know, are you interested in getting to know them for who they are and what they can give you? Or are you being so superficial to the point where you don't want to talk to them unless they have damn near not even the bare minimum, but if they just have the same things that you have, or if they even just have the money. If they have the money, if they have the car, if they have the house, if they have the money to spend on you, to take you shopping, to do all these other things, making things more financially secure for you than it being emotional. As much as we say we want emotion, the men said, this is what the men's them said, that as much as we talk about how emotionally supportive we want a man to be, the first thing we'll go for is the financial part before we know who they are emotionally. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, that was a little bit of a tea for me. It was. And I honestly had to think about that for myself, because at some point I feel like that was my thought process also. And not to say because I was looking more so on social media, but I just felt like security equaled financial. So if you had it, then I was secure and everything was good. But I very quickly found out that no matter how much money someone has, no matter what they're driving, can be the nicest car on the lot. And I've dated men who had the nicest cars on the lot, who've had all the money. If emotionally they are not there, they are never going to get there. At least not with you, and at least not right now. And if that's what you're looking for, then you need to stop looking just for financial, because it's not always going to be there. You may get lucky. You may be blessed and get it all in one shot. But I do feel, though, as women, we do tend to go for the financial part quicker before we go to the emotional part, and then cry later that we don't have the emotions from this man who can give us everything else but just can't be emotionally there for us. We have to pick a side. So on the women's side of this, testing the interest that men tend to do as to why they, want to be hunted now. For women, it's the fear of rejection or looking thirsty. And, be honest. When a woman has shown you she liked you, and I'm talking to the gentleman, right? Most men you guys would push her away and would say like, oh, she's crazy. She's doing too much. Or I'm not even on that type of timing. But then would turn around and sit here and say you want someone to chase you. You want someone to show interest in you. So which one is it? Do you want her to show interest in you? In her way of showing you? She picks up the phone. She answers your messages. She makes herself available. She opens up her schedule to see you, to hang out with you. She suggests certain things for you guys to do. Again, you're talking about how you're testing the interest. In this round, we're talking about testing interest. So if she's showing you that she's interested in you, if she even came up with a date, you came up with the first one, or if you guys have yet to come up with a date and she suggests that you guys go somewhere, and she's showing, she's putting it out there that she really liked you, or she just even told you she really likes you. Why is it that then the first thing that some men say is that, oh, she's crazy? Oh, well, I'm not really into it like that. Oh, we could just take our time. We could just see where things go. But you just said you wanted her to show you that she wanted you. And this is why a lot of women will not chase after. Because this thought of she's thirsty, she's crazy, she's a lunatic, she don't know how to act, she's on my body, she's a stage 5 clinger. But you wanted that. You wanted a woman to show you that she's into you. And not just because of what you have. She can give a damn about what you have. You have all the nice this and nice that, or you have, whatever it is that she's looking for. You have all of that, but she just simply is telling you that I seen you, I liked you, I'm pursuing you. I like what I like. I told you I liked you. Which I've heard a lot of men say that's a turn on for them when a woman comes up to them and tells them that they like them. And then you pull back. So which one is it? Because you're not going to go into the group chat talking about how, oh, this girl is on my body and she doesn't give me no space and she don't this and da. Well, hold on now. Sweetheart, you just said you wanted this. So where are we going here? Women do not want to look thirsty. We don't want to be the conversation of the chat. We don't want to be looked at as we don't have any self-worth or self-value because we're coming to you and telling you, hey, I really like you. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I want this. And you shut it down. We can handle it. It's not a matter of us not being able to handle it. We just don't want that to happen for us. I feel like women know how to handle a no more than a man knows how to handle a no. And again, it can be a personal thing because some men can also handle it. But I do feel like more women are okay with, I want to say more women are okay with that than men are. Men, they like to take it too far. When you tell them, no, I'm not interested. No, thank you. This and that. Now it's like, okay, well, your mama's this. Your mama's bald headed. This one's that. That's why your feet look like this. This is why your face. This is why your hair. You start coming at everything else that was never a problem. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. I don't get it. There is more that was said with this conversation, but I think I'm going to do a part 2. And the part 2 will be live on Thursday at 6 p.m. where we could talk some more about why men are feeling the need to be chased and why women will not do the chasing. Again, why the hunter has turned into the hunted, and vice versa. So you guys could tune in on Thursday at 6 p.m. and I will be on my live on Instagram, and we will have the conversation. We're going to be on my personal Instagram, the Sincerely Shell one. And then I want you guys to make sure you follow the Remedy Podcast Instagram as well. That way I can shift everybody from my personal to my podcast Instagram. So that we can have the lives there and we can record it and we can put it on there instead of just having it on my personal. So make sure you guys follow it on TikTok and on Instagram, the Remedy Podcast. I love you guys for listening. I hope you guys have an amazing day tomorrow. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Whatever happened into today, leave that shit into today. Don't leave it into tomorrow. Don't break it into tomorrow. See you guys.